There is no such thing as non-virtual. So I'm talking to you if if you're interested in wholesaling United States houses from the UK. I'm talking to you precisely in this video. Hey, this is Ola coming to you live from myEmpirePRO studios. So there is no such thing as non-virtual, okay? And I'm talking to you if you're talking to everyone, okay? Precisely people who live in the UK. Isn't it better to be on ground to wholesale real estate in the United States? And I'm also going to answer the question. But first of all, before we get into that, let's first of all refresh ourselves. What is wholesale real estate? Okay, so wholesaling generally means you buy something lower, you secure a deal for a lot lower than what it's worth in the retail market. Retail market is a direct connection with the consumer of the services or the product, right? In this case, we're talking about real estate, right? We're talking about roof over people's head, right? So it's a little bit different, a little tricky, okay? But not really that tricky. It's actually very simple. But I would say that it's complicated enough that you may need a coach and a mentor. I will never, ever shy away from telling you that you need a coach and a mentor, okay? Anyone who feels that you don't, basically that's the evidence that they do need a coach. And like anyone that's successful in anything in life knows that there's a need for a coach and a mentor, okay? I have a coach and a mentor. I need a coach and a mentor. I will continue to do that for the rest of my life. If you want to go to the next level, if you don't want to get stagnant in a space. As a matter of fact, there was a segment of my life that I will tell you right now, one of my biggest mistakes is not having a coach and a mentor. Okay, somebody that can hold me accountable. Anyway, that's beside. Wholesaling real estate means you find deeply discounted properties. Okay? How do you find that? Distressed homeowners, okay? They can't afford to hold on to this property. The property is a liability for them, even though that property will probably be an asset for someone else. But again, if it's a liability for you or an asset for you, it's a function of your overall financial book, right? You may be in a space where you can't afford to hold on to a property. That's going to take a while before it appreciates, right? And sometimes the income that's coming in from a property is not enough to write home about. It's not enough to compensate or to feel compensated for the amount of effort that goes into being a landlord and things like that. So when we're talking about distressed properties, we're talking about non-owner occupied tired landlords, right? We're talking about vacant properties. The property that's sitting out there vacant is not producing for anyone, but if you live in a first world country, it's eating up property taxes. It's costing some kind of money to hold on to that property. So it's essentially a liability, because what makes it a liability or asset is if it's bringing in money or not. If it's bringing in money, it's an asset. If it's taking money away from you, it's a liability. Sometimes an asset has to take money away from you for a while before it becomes start to create income for you. But if you can't afford to wait for that time frame, it becomes a liability, and people are in that situation sometimes and they need to get rid of a property. So that's what wholesale real estate. We find deals like this, we lock it up under contract, and then we assign the rights of that contract to somebody else for a fee, $10,000 or as high as $82,000 per deal. My personal experience. You can go through my masterclass to hear my full story. Okay. Now, with that being said, I'm saying to you, because somebody said, but they heard from another guru that it's better to be on ground. No, it is not. It's actually work against people in the digital age. Okay, even if you're on ground, it can actually work against you, because it gives you this false sense of advantage, because you're closer to the property. So what you do is you pick up the car keys, you start driving to it, and you go look around, and you're wasting time when you could be marketing to the next 100 properties around the nation, United States. You're wasting time. you're not understanding that you are in a digital age. There is no such thing as non-virtual. Everything is virtual because it costs a lot less to be virtual than to actually try to do everything physically. You will serve a lot more people when you get with the game and understand that everything is virtual. You will serve a lot more people. There are certain parts of the process, okay, where you will need to touch and feel, right? For example, me saying this to you, I don't need to come to where you are in the UK to say this to you. I could literally stay in Miami and talk to you like this. Okay, me coming over there will cost me a lot more money, but then I'll be serving a lot less people. It's the same mindset you need to have about the game of wholesale real estate. So no, what you need access to is the right information and to execute the right online tools, okay, to execute and start making money, and stop giving excuses to why you're not going to make the next move. Okay, there is no such thing as non-virtual. The gurus that tell you this, they probably try to sell you an event or trying to get you over or something like that, or selling something else that's unique to that particular feature of being able to be physical. No, you don't have to be, unless you are trying to become a real estate agent. Yes, you have to be licensed in that case, and you will be representing the interest of the buyer and the seller. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about finding deals for the industry, including real estate agents. Okay, including real estate agents. That's what we're talking about, and it's a very lucrative business. You just have to follow through, download those 2 free books. Let's get going. Attend the masterclass, okay? Because I'm telling you, listen, the world is going to leave you behind by holding on to old school mindset. The truth of the matter is that it's old school to think at any level that anything has to be physical. It's absolutely old school. Don't stop. Just stop feeling that way. Things are always evolving. There's nothing. The only thing that's constant is change. So yes, some people are uncomfortable with change, and they have the rhetorics and things that they say, the talking points on why they're saying what they're saying. But you, as an individual, at the back of your mind, just understand this right now, that you can get a lot more done faster, easier, simpler because of technology. It is what it is. There is no such thing as non-virtual or non-remote. A lot of the jobs that are available in the market right now are hybrid, meaning partly remote, partly meetings in person. Okay, that's a real thing. That's never gonna go back to the way it used to be. That's why some commercial real estate are literally suffering right now. So again, I'm gonna say one more time, there is no such thing as non-virtual. It doesn't exist.